Hi everyone, it's Pierre speaking. It's about 12 o'clock GMT time when I made this video clip. It is Wednesday, 12th October 2011. Total panic in the forum. There's a couple of guys that I think burnt fingers, took trades without confirmation, some guys running around headless chickens. Let's have a look and see if there's a reason for it. Okay, we'll start off with the Euro Index daily chart. Remember, we trade this week, or we're looking this week for potential trading zones of the daily chart. So if we flip the previous month from the high point to the low point to get a potential trading zone for this month, remember I say month because we're trading off daily charts. So these vertical lines breaks it up into months. So this was the previous month, current month. Okay, what do we have here? Euro Index. Price came up to this level. We had loads of reasons there. We had a monthly pivot point there. We had the 50% FIP area. We had this pink line 4-hour 200 EMA in this area here. We had a psychological level there. But there's no red candles here. And if we quickly drop to the 4-hour chart, then what did we have there? Price came up and we found a little bit of resistance at this area, and I think a lot of guys saw this and they thought that mother-in-law will hold price down, forgetting about the news, guys, forgetting the news. Some of those politicians love to just bubble, almost like me, just talk nonsense, and then the next minute price broke this level. But where was the confirmation? Trading off daily charts, need to wait for a 4-hour trend line break. And what did we have here? There is no trend line break. So we should have waited for price either to move sideways and break here before just considering taking shorts at the mother-in-law. These arrows that I've got here is also a 10, 21 EMA crosses, and we're still trending up. I'm waiting. I'm still short on this, on the euro pairs, guys, so I'm waiting for a 10, 21 cross on a 4-hour chart before I will consider taking those shorts in my trading zone. Let's have a look quickly at the euro US dollar. Remember, euro index, I use this for extra information, extra confirmation to trade the euro US dollar, euro JPY and euro pound, euro CHF, but I'm not looking at that pair. So let's have a look, what did the euro do today. If we look at the daily charts, we need to flip from the top to the bottom to get a potential trading zone in this area here. Okay, also we had multiple reasons in this area here. We had a monthly mid pivot point, we had a weekly pivot point, we had the 50% area, and we got a psychological level in that area here. Let me just make this smaller. There we go. So that is the 50% starting at 3761. And look at this, guys. Once again, I think a couple of guys dropped down to a 4-hour chart, because that, remember, the pink line here is the 4-hour 200 EMA. We had a monthly pivot point, we had a weekly pivot point, and people dropped to the 4-hour chart. They thought that these levels will hold and took it to the downside. Let's quickly drop to the 4-hour chart. Look at that, guys. Yes, price came and we touched the mother-in-law, and we had a couple of other reasons. The main monthly pivot point in that area, this pivot point area there, but we forgot about the news and we had the spike up here. Okay, but where's the confirmation? Yes, we've got oversold stochastic, but we still haven't turned back into the trading zone 85. We need to break that to the downside again. I showed you before, overbought stochastics and we were trending up. Overbought stochastics, we're still trending up. We need to wait for this to break. If we trade from a daily chart, it's sometimes better to wait then for 4-hour trend line breaks. And look at that, guys. Where's the trend line break? Where's the confirmation? Price came up to this level, it went sideways, and where did we shoot up? At the trend line. So no confirmations, fingers burnt. Euro JPY daily chart, same, guys, remember they correlated. So if we flip from the top of last month following it to the low of this month, We're hitting those trading zone now. And if we look at this daily chart, we've got two trend lines coming through here in that area there. Okay, loads of reasons here to consider taking a short, but drop down to the 4-hour chart. Let's have a look here. Look at that. We need that trend line to break, guys. We need the trend line to break before I will consider taking any shorts in this pair. Overbought stochastics, we need to get into the trading area. 85 need to break first. Okay, if you look at RSI, also busy getting into the overbought area. This is a 10 and a 21 EMA cross on my 4-hour chart. We're still trending up, guys. I'm waiting for this to give me at least a cross to the downside before I will consider taking short. Sometimes what will happen, we will have the trend line break and then a confirmation of a 10-21 cross after the trend line break. Okay, so let's see how this one plays out. The euro pound, oh, this thing just jumped all our levels here, but look at this. Last month the same story, we just jumped through all these levels. I'm not concerned with this one because look at those monthly pivot points keeping price down. Okay, if we drop to the 4-hour chart, where was the trend line break, guys? We came to all those EMAs there. We went sideways, but no trend line break. If we have a look at the 4-hour, then that is a trend line going up there, isn't it? So we need to wait for this 4-hour trend line to break. Overbought stochastics need to break the 85, turning down in the trading zone back for us before I'll consider taking shorts. Aussie US dollar daily chart, also, guys, also short on this pair for now. If we quickly flip last month from the top to the bottom, we're hitting the trading zone now, starting at 10075, going up to, what is this level, 10420. Okay, but once again, hindsight trading, guys kicking themselves, jumping in because we had psychological level of 121, which is usually a big level. We had a monthly pivot point level, we had the 200 EMA coming down. Okay, we had the 54 EMA. So yes, we had loads of reasons to take a short on this side, and a lot of guys, when they see 121, they just jump in, but you can burn your fingers. If we drop down to the 4-hour chart and we look at this, the 1021 EMA is still trending up. And guys, what I've learned over the years, and I told you guys before, for me it's like going to an auction. I've got a set amount of money in my pocket. I know what I want. I know where price needs to go. And most or the better trades for me is to take trades in my trading zone, not before trading zones. Yes, we had loads of reasons, and if this thing turned here and fell down, then in hindsight I probably would have kicked myself. But the point is, I find that if I take trades in my trading zone and wait for price to come to me, especially with the pound dollar this week, I'll show you guys now, wait for price to get into that trading zone areas. Aussie JPY, remember they correlated. Also loads of reasons here, monthly pivot point, psychological level, 200 EMA, we're busy breaking those EMAs. If we flip from the top to the bottom, then we're only hitting the trading zone area now, guys, and that's why I say I prefer taking trades in my trading zone. We've got trend line coming through there as well. We've got a psychological level there. We've got the Bollinger Band. We've got the 55 EMA. We've got a weekly pivot point. We're in the trading zone. So yes, this was on because we had multiple reasons, and a lot of guys for that 200 mother-in-law will keep price down again. Drop down to a 4-hour chart. We found the resistance here, and price was on its way down. And then the news came out again and it shot it up right into our trading zone. 10.21 21 cross on the 4-hour chart, still trending up, guys. pound daily chart. Look at this. Price turned here already. We didn't hit these levels. It turned before and I thought, no, we're missing this bus. We're missing the bus. But if you flip from the top of last month to the low, we're only hitting the trading zones now, guys. So we've got a potential trading zone from 15763, and look at that, psychological level 55, weekly pivot. So we've got multiple reasons in the trading zones. Once again, this loads of reasons to take the shorts there. Yes, it was a good area like on all the others, but then those guys that liked to talk came out with the news and just threw this thing into the other side. So we need to see what's happening in the trading zone. Pound JPY, same situation, guys. Following the pound dollar, we're only hitting a very important levels here now again. But if you flip it, then where are we now? Close to the 50% flip. So this one probably looks the better trade for me of the two. Drop down to the 4-hour chart. You can see we've got a 5-8 cross, not a 5-8 cross, 10-21 EMA still trending up. So we need candle formation now at this mother-in-law. Okay, look at this mother-in-law at the 50% flip. If we go to the CHF, remember those areas here, it's falling nicely. We got also a trend line going up here that can maybe stop price a little bit before turning up again. US dollar JPY, not interested in this pair. And then the dear old loonie is falling also into the zone. If we quickly flip from the bottom to the top, then it's hitting the trading zones only now. If we drop to the 4-hour chart, then that 200 EMA in the trading zone, guys. Confirmation 4-hour chart needs to wait for that break of that trend line. Okay, let's see how it goes. Speak to you guys later.